Well, who's looking forward to another year of mediocrity as I lead Sunderland into a new Premier League season as we survived once again and only finished mid-table after being in the top 4. I mean, I'm going to reference the fact I was in the top 4 in December with Sunderland in the second season, with Jermaine Defoe up front. In the last episode, we lost 5-2 to Everton, which saw us secure 13th place in the league. And that's a pretty good return despite the board having no ambition whatsoever and telling me every season that we should avoid relegation. But I'm too much of a pussy to raise their expectations, so we'll just leave it on avoid relegation. We do start off the summary with the end of season awards, and Andrea Polli was named as fans player of the season, with Rodrigo Battaglia finishing second and Lamina Kone finishing third. And it would be nice if one of my strikers had been in the running, but they didn't score enough over the season, and Vincent Janssen, who was on loan from Spurs, ended up as my top goal scorer despite scoring 5 penalties last year. He got 12 goals over 38 games. The commercial summary also appeared in my inbox, and I was looking at the shirt sales and seeing which players had sold the most shirts over the season, and noticed that the first 4 players in the list had less than 6 letters in their name. I know the education rate in Sunderland's a bit shit, but surely they can spell names with more than 6 letters in it. Also over the summer is obviously the World Cup in Russia, and found out that England had been drawn in the same group as Russia. Yeah, England won 4-0. I bet that went down well with the Russian fans. And the biggest transfer of the summer was that Tom Cleverley has gone back to Burnley. Did they not watch the first series that I did with Burnley? I mean, he was a world-class midfielder, but he was a world-class midfielder under me, not Sean Dyche. So Victor Anichebe has dropped down a level to join Sheffield Wednesday, and I'm kind of glad I gave him that 3-year contract now, because I was able to get 1.3 million for him. That's 1.3 million than I would ever spend on him. Fabio Borini has also gone to Burnley for 2.9 million. I mean, thank God for Sean Dyche. What a manager. First Cleverley, now Borini. I mean, he's pretty much taken all the players that I don't really like anymore. John Souttar has also joined Brighton on loan for the season, and I might as well help him out because I did get him relegated by beating them twice. Also, I found out that Southampton got Portsmouth in the EFL Cup, which is a great tie. And who did we get? Lincoln City. Superb. And the first fixture that we found out was against Arsenal, so it means I can now show you the pre-season games that we played. So our pre-season went pretty well, and after losing to Borussia Mönchengladbach in the first pre-season game, we then beat Eastern Sports Club, a team in Hong Kong as we were there on tour, by 4-0. Then beat a team in the local area by 3-0 called Dunstan. And then we beat a Greek mythological character, Hercules, by 1-0. Then a university team full of freshers by 6-0, and then followed that by a team full of Spanish farmers by 4-0. So as you can see, I've been playing very, very high prestige friendlies against teams with incredible reputation, and that has left me in a good stead for the rest of the season, I hope. So after all of those outgoings, it's time to announce the players that I've brought in to replace those who are leaving, and a few of these names might surprise you in one way or another. And the first player I've signed is Johnny Evans, the centre-back from West Brom, for 4.4 million. And I needed an experienced centre-back to play alongside Lamina Kone at the back, because we've been conceding too many goals, and West Brom had just been relegated, so it was quite helpful that I could get him on the cheap. And yeah, he's only 30 as well. The second player I've signed is Antonio Barragan from Middlesbrough for a very, very cheap fee. I think it was about 1.2 million, and he's a right back, and it's a position that I've struggled to fill for quite a while. So it's good to have a permanent player now playing there for me. The third player I can announce is Enis Unal, who has joined from Man City on loan. He's a striker, and he's a young player, and I think he got 11 goals to Inter Milan last year. So it's good to bring in a player who can deliver the goods, hopefully, for me up front. And he will be my first choice striker, as I've also brought in another striker in Michy Batshuayi from Chelsea for 6 million. And it's, I think, because they signed quite a few strikers in the transfer window and he was available. And I thought, a player with that much potential, he's 4-star potential still, you know, I'm sure he could do the job at Sunderland. And if not, then I'll have to get rid of him when I get relegated. The fifth player I can announce is Adam Nagy from Bologna. And he joins us for 2.9 million. He's a midfielder, a very young midfielder, who's got 5-star potential for me, which isn't much, seeing as that he's up against players like Jack Rodwell, who's still in the team. And finally, the last player I can announce is Godfred Donsar, who also joins us from Bologna, but for 8.5 million. and he's another midfielder, more central midfielder than defensive, even though I signed him as a defensive midfielder, and hopefully he will be one of the rocks in the team this year. So for the first time in this series, I've decided to show the entire squad that I've chosen to represent us in the Premier League this season, and basically everyone that I'm able to choose from. So starting off with the goalkeepers, we have Jordan Pickford and Benoit Costil, only 2 goalkeepers, which might be a problem later on in the season if one of them gets injured. Moving on to the defenders, we have 9 defenders to pick from, and as you can see, there's a few new signings in there. Obviously Johnny Evans, Patrick Van Aanholt's in there, Antonio Barragan, who is going to be our first choice right back this year. And moving on to the midfielder, and this is where the majority of our players are, and we have 10 midfielders to pick from this year, although I have picked 1 or 2 who can play in other positions, like Paddy McNair, who could play centre back, and you know, Jesse Rodriguez, who could play up front. But as you can see, Fabian Delph is still our captain this year, with Godfred Donsar also joining the team, and Adam Nagy in midfield. And finally, moving on to the attackers, and we have 3 to pick from. I've put Jermaine Lons there as an attacker because he's actually being trained as a striker, because he has the ability to be a striker. But 3 strikers to pick from this year pretty much, and yeah. But all in all, it's a pretty good team this year that I've got at my disposal, although there might be a few new signings here and there as the transfer window still hasn't closed. Or it won't close until the next episode, basically. So I accidentally declared interest in the Watford job in a press conference, and I don't really want the job, because Walter Mazzarri, you know, went to Inter Milan, and he's left a very good team who are in the Champions League. Wait, hold on, they're in the Champions League? Although the Sunderland board said that they want me to stay, so, you know, I'm as ambitious as them, so I'm going to stay and just accept mid-table or relegation, whatever's easier. The Watford fans then thought I was the leading candidate to take over the Watford job, which means that the managers who were applying obviously aren't a very good standard if I'm the one leading them. And after all of that, I can finally announce the team that is going to face Arsenal on the first day of the season at home, and they are the league champions, and I've taken that into account. So a lot of the new players I've signed have gone straight into the first team. But with Benoit Costil not fully fit, it means that Jordan Pickford will take his place between the sticks, and I'm hoping for a lot from him this year because he didn't really perform last season, which was a little bit annoying. Lamina Kone is the only survivor from the strongest defence I had at my disposal last season, which means that there are debuts for Patrick Van Aanholt, Johnny Evans and Antonio Barragan. I've tried to learn that pronunciation, at least I'm trying. I've also decided to deploy 3 across the middle, and Andrea Poli will play alongside debutants Godfred Donsar and Adam Nagy, and I'm hoping these 2 signings from Bologna can help us create more goal scoring opportunities, because that was our downfall last year. And Enes Unal will lead the line for us in his debut as well, with Chori Castro on the left wing and Adnan Januzaj on the right, which makes for an interesting bench, and our captain Fabian Delph couldn't even make the first 11. I don't know really why, and Michy Batshuayi also is on the bench in case I need him later on in the game. So here we go, the first game of Season 3 at home to the league champions Arsenal, and I'm a little bit worried because Tottenham have just beaten Chelsea 4-0 yesterday, and now I'm the second game to have been played over the Premier League weekend, and I mean, looking at the signings I made, hopefully I've improved the defence, because our defence was utter shite last year. Well, looking at the team compared to the first season in this save, not many changes happening, except for Firmino playing up front and Adrian Silva playing it in midfield after he signed from Sporting Club de Portugal in the summer. I can't believe they've barely made any changes, and they've won the league. I mean, what the fuck is Wenger doing? In real life, not in this game, because he's still managing them in this game, I think. Yeah, he is, actually. But a nice positive team talk to start the year. Now, quite a lot of my players aren't match fit, which is a little bit of an issue. And I haven't really been playing the best of teams, either in pre-season. So we'll see how this game goes. I doubt we're going to be winning. I want to say we're going to win. I mean, I want to, but I doubt it. And Arsenal have the first chance of the game here after only 4 minutes, and Alexis finds Chamberlain and it's straight at Jordan Pickford. But we do have a chance here. 25 minutes, nothing's really happened in between, and Donsa plays it into the box and it's heading out to Andrea Poli. He's lost it. We're getting countered. I mean, after all that. And Patrick Van Aanholt will take the free kick from the edge of the box and puts it over. I think it could be half time in a minute. And no, there's going to be another chance, and hopefully it's to us. Although, I think it is going to us. And Januzaj will bring it forward. Janus, I shoot this. Oh my god, I thought it was in. I thought that was in. I just raised my arms in celebration and then put my hands on my head. I mean, my goal for this season, mid-table again. Although I would like to challenge for something. I would like to win the cup. Or win a cup, you know, just do something with this. I don't want to, like, consolidate yet again. Because we consolidated 2 seasons in a row. You know how boring that's going to be if I... But, oh, same in Sunderland, but we're going to finish mid-table every year. And Bellerin puts it wide. Thank God for that. Ozil into the box. Firmino, 1-0. I don't know how that's gone into the near post. Great start, boys. It looks like it's going to be another live-com defeat. Oh, there is another highlight straight from that highlight before. And Donsart finds Patrick Van Aanholt. And it's Unal! It's 1-1. We've equalised. And it's Unal on loan from Man City on his debut. What a goal. And it's 2 of the new signings. Patrick Van Aanholt on this left-hand side puts in a superb ball into the box. And Unal rising above Koscielny to make it 1-1. And does everyone do the same celebration in this game? We're doing well here. And Barragan finds space on his right-hand side. Unal's in the middle. It's 2-1. We turned it around. And it's Unal on his debut. He's got 2. He's got 2 against Arsenal. Our first 2 shots on target have gone in. Thank you very much. And it's this time from the right-hand side and right in the middle. And, oh, what a superb strike by Enes Unal. I think he might be the man to take us into Europe. And there's another highlight straight away. Could we get some, you know, breathing space maybe? And there's another highlight a minute later. Please just allow this game to go ahead, like skip ahead for like 5 minutes. And Castro brings it. Oh no, he just boots the ball. And please, 5 minutes of just, you know, no highlights. Oh, and Unal. Oh, he was on his hat trick. Oh, I saw the hat trick. I saw the headlines. He's put it over the bar. Look, there's a highlight 2 minutes later. Oh, Koscielny 2-2. Like, there's been 4 goals in 10 minutes. Why? Why can't we just defend for like a minute or so? We bring the ball forward again. Januzaj, Barragan. Oh, he's trying to lob the keeper and he's pushed it over the bar. Oh, I don't like how this is going. No, it's another Arsenal highlight. Ozil 3-2. No, oh, Jesus Christ, I hate this game so much. 20 minutes, 5 goals. There's a highlight straight from the kickoff. Why is there highlight after highlight? I mean, this could be an extended episode at this rate. We're giving the ball away again. Like, what? Sorry, what's going on? Why are we giving the ball away so easily compared to, like, everyone else in this league? Ramsey, 4-2, game over. I mean, we've lost again on a live com. I don't know when was the last time I won at this rate. This could be 5. I mean, we could concede 5 again. Like, we conceded 4 against Derby. We conceded 5 against Everton. This is going to be 5 against Arsenal. Xhaka, Firmino, he's put it wide. Like, Jesus Christ. We still have not had a single shot since we made it 2-1. I mean, attempting not to get sacked season 3 is probably going to be the last season I'm in charge of Sunderland. We've had another shot. Like, we've had 2 shots in injury time, which was 2 more than we had 30 minutes in between. So yeah, we've lost 4-2 to Arsenal to start the season, so I'm just going to go out there and start panic buying a load of players. I have a feeling we are going to be going down this year.